fixed it yesterday. No, wait here. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم اجعل جمعنا هذا جمعا مرحوما وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا ساميا معصوما. اللهم لا تجعل فينا شقيا ولا محروما ولا مطرودا ولا معذبا بنار برحمتك يا عزيز يا غفار. ثم أما بعد، أحبتي في الله، نعيش مع كتاب الله مع مطلع سورة عبس. يقول سبحانه: عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. My dear brothers and sisters, we'll address some of the thought and khawatir around the beginning of Surah Abasa. يقول سبحانه, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the exalted, said, He, i.e. the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, frowned and turned away because there came to him the blind man interrupting. In the last 2 days we spoke about this, but there is some more thought about it. That's why we brought it again. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. الخطاب غير مباشر للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. كلامه ليس بصيغة الخطاب وإنما بصيغة الغيبة، صيغة الغيبة، فقال عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى، وهذا من باب التخفيف عنه. عندما تريد أن تلوم شخصا إذا توجهت إليه بالكلام مباشر فأنت قد شددت عليه في الكلام. أما الكلام عنه تتكلم إليه وأنت بصيغة يعني غير المخاطب، فهذا من باب التخفيف عليه، وهذا يريك مدى حب المولى سبحانه وتعالى نبيه صلى الله عليه وسلم. In these ayat, you see the use of the expression where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the third party, not the third person, not the second person. Second person when you talk to somebody. Third person when you talk about somebody. So here Allah addressing the Prophet ﷺ, but He's talking to him as if he's the one he meant to be. So he said, Abasa wa tawalla. He said, this Abasta. The Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-a'ma. And why is that? That's that Allah, He was not hard on His beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Even He's addressing something which contained kind of a blame, He was not hard to the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because He was not talking to him, that He's talking about him, with using this third person. Abasa wa tawalla an ja'ahu al-a'ma. It's a beautiful, you see even the kind of a blame. First of all, blame that shows you the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's out of love to Him that He wants to purify him and make him that highest role model, where even little things that comes out of him as normal reaction for any human, but from you, O Muhammad, your standard is different. It's higher. Because as a human, we get upset from something, and the Prophet ﷺ, if you think of it, has right to be upset when he's busy with something that important. And all of us, we agree that you give time for da'wah for somebody, non-Muslims, asking you, that's more important than to some Muslim. You could talk to him any time. Sometimes, you come to me and say, you know what, I'm really busy. Let me call you or talk to you after a few minutes. Because you are engaged already with something important. But this is like, it's, the blame out of love. However, we do that many times when we blame for reason and for no reason. That's not a sign of love. When you just being insisting and after the person, and sometimes when you point to the person, you do this and that, you break the heart of the person. Even your son that you love, be gentle with that when you blame. Your wife, be gentle. Anas ibn Malik lived with the Prophet ﷺ for 10 years, and he summarized his experience with the Prophet, and he said, I have not recalled that for something that I did, he told me why you did, and for something I didn't, why you didn't. For 10 years, Anas, he said, I didn't remember that he blamed me. And when he was in the company of the Prophet, he was at the age of 10. Of course, he would do something wrong or not make the Prophet that happy, but he never blamed him. He would maybe correct him in different ways. Stay away from that. So we need to know how we address the issue. Even there is issue and you want to address it and it's important, you should choose your language and choose your way and your style of doing that, because you don't want to break hearts. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. كما أن هذه الآيات تريك مقام النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وحب الله له، تريك أن المولى سبحانه وتعالى يحب أصحاب النبي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، والنبي باعتباره قائدا لهم، القائد لابد أيضا أن يري الاهتمام لصحابته ولأصحابه ولأتباعه. وهذه الآيات تريك مدى حرص المولى سبحانه وتعالى على نبيه أن يحرص على صحابته. These ayat as shows the love of Allah to His Messenger, shows the love of Allah to the companion of the Prophet. And each one of them is important. Even though those disbelievers made a condition to the Prophet in order that they will listen to him, he should not associate himself with the low class, because they said to him, always those people around you, and we didn't have time to talk to you, we don't want them to be around you. And even though, in that circumstances, Allah told the Prophet ﷺ that you should take, of them regardless. عبس وتولى أن جاءه الأعمى. And that happened in many ayat in the Quran. ولا تعد عيناك عنهم تريد زينة الحياة الدنيا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, command the Prophet ﷺ to give them attention and time and to care about them more than others. Even we know that, the da'wah is important, but those ones are more important than others. And that's one of the character of the leader. If you want to be a good leader, you have to follow, to really keep attention, close attention to your followers. You have to take care of them. Give them, attention, give them the right, and give them the sign that you are important to them. Subhanallah, now somebody will look at the ayat and wonder, where is the mistake of the Prophet? There's no mistake. It's like, to be honest, there's no mistake here. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him free of sin. But even this ayat, and even blame him, there's no mistake in there. Abasa wa tawalla. Like, what's ubus? Ubus only involve that it changed that, space between the eyes. Where, the one close to you, he might realize this. And the one he can see might realize this. But someone who's not looking at you, or somebody blind, or somebody far away from you, it's hard to realize that change in the face, just in around your forehead, between your eyes. That's all. There's no even a sound of off. There's no any other word or expression. So something light like this that happened from the Prophet ﷺ as a normal reaction, this is completely no sin, no mistake in this. That's some normal act. But still, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed in the Quran. عَبَسَ وَتَوَلَّى أَنْ جَاءَهُ الْأَعْمَى. And that's a given lesson to all leaders. If you want to be successful, your priorities, those under you, those you are taking care of them, you be their servant. Yes, you are leader, but you be their servant. It's very important. And that's what we see from throughout the history. All those successful leaders, those they are taking care of the hearts and of the needs of the people that's around them. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ created ummah. In very short period of time, he created men and women are great, and a great example for all of us till the day of the judgment. Why is that? As he was a great leader, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted for him great people following him. عَبَسَ وَتَوَلَّى أَنْ جَاءَهُ الْأَعْمَى. And here, it's really important relation. Our ummah needs leaders. When we have leaders, people, they will imitate them in their example. And you see what's the feeling of Abdullah ibn Maktoum after this. After these ayat. I'm sure he loves this ayat so much. I'm sure when he read these ayat, it brought happiness to his heart. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala care about him. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defending him. Subhanallah. And look at the reaction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He didn't say, what, please, you make me the trouble. You made Allah talking about me. No. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever he will meet Abdullah ibn Maktoum, he will, be happy and cheer on his face, and he will call him marhaban billadhi atabani fi rabbi. Welcome to the man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blamed me about. In fact, even he gave him more roles after this. Like this happened in Mecca, by the way. And in Medina, most time with the Prophet where he would go for jihad or go outside Medina for another purpose, he will assign Abdullah ibn Maktoum to lead the salah. Subhanallah. And by the way, he was one of the mu'addineen of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are 5 of them made the adhan in the presence of sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Abdullah, he was one of them. So he was around the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And nowadays we say, what? You are from the family, you are from Naira. You are the last one we care about. Let's care about other ones. That's what big mistake we do. So you are from the family. We'll take care of you later. No, your families, your closest one, you give them more attention than others. عَبَسَ وَتَوَلَّى أَنْ جَاءَهُ الْأَعْمَى. Wallahi, these ayat are beautiful. Shows, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His messenger, and the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the companion of the messenger. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, put that love in our heart. اللهم اغفر ذنوبنا واستر عيوبنا وبلغنا في الدارين مطلوبنا اللهم نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة آمين.